So, um, you want to do your little shout out, your five ahead of start shout out?
No, this used
Man,
to be your thing. I
you completely taking it over. We're doing all right, Jamie. How are you, man?
all right.
Catch me if you can. How you doing? Kate, hello. How are you?
Oh my God,
Jen, welcome.
great! And there's Jen, and wow, we got a lot of people coming in. A lot of people just passing through though.
Yeah, just passing through. That's cool. So
Oh
what's
hi.
up?
Hey, what's up? It was
Hey,
a
Kate.
long day again, but
It was what again?
it was another long day.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it was a long day, man.
Speaking of Kate, it's exactly 3 more weeks. 3 more weeks, buddy. Three, three, 3 more weeks.
This is why we wear dress shirts and ties, because of this stuff.
You know, Rab, you were just so. You know what? It won't matter because when you go to bariatric retreat next month, November 7th through the 10th, at Paradise Point in San Diego, California, it won't matter what you're wearing, and no one will judge you because it is a judgment-free zone. Make sure that you. I think there's still time to get tickets. There's probably still tickets. There might be tickets left, and you can get $50 off using code BME up until the end of the year. Well, at least till next.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be pretty fun, I think.
It is really going by quick. I can't wait.
Well, I don't think it's going to be fun. I know it's going to be a blast. I mean, I could think of a handful of people that are going to be there. I can't wait to see anyway. So,
Exactly me. You know who
Kate,
will also be there? Our favorite person, VST Bestie. By the way, she's live every Sunday with Talking at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, 5 p.m. Pacific.
you're getting really good at that, man.
I know. She's got a really good panel this Sunday coming up. She's going to have all the girls from that are going to be part of the welcoming mixer or the welcome mixer for bariatric retreat. And this is her very first time, so she gets to greet everyone. Make sure you go up and see her. Make sure you say hi, and make sure that you tell her, come hang out with me.
Yeah.
She loves people. She's going to kill me for this.
Yes. Yes, she does. She loves people.
Yes, she does. But she loves us more. We come only second to Steve.
That's right.
While you guys are
Is
in
that
here,
it?
that you're tapping the screen and sharing the live with at least 5 of your friends. If you have more than 5 friends, share it with 10. If you got more than 10 friends, you are lucky, so do 15. I lost count after that, so.
Yeah, and go check out Kate's panel. Yeah. I think I'll check out your panel, Kate, for sure.
I'm going to miss it because I remember talking to her and Anna, and they are, at least Kate's panel is going to be on Friday, which I won't be on site. But BME will be live on stage that Saturday of Bariatric Retreat, and be sure to join us. It's going to be a vibe, and you get to hang out with your boys on
Jamie,
Tuesday.
You're on tonight, Jamie. We're having an open panel tonight.
Yeah.
So you're on, bruh.
Who's on? ProCare Health. Dark chocolate.
ProCare Health.
Use
I
code.
can't believe you got a whole bag, man.
Dude, I still have a second bag I haven't even opened, bro. And we're about to buy them again because they're going to be on sale because it's fall.
No, he's not, Kate. He's not going to the gala.
No gala. I'm sorry, Kate. Guess we'll have to save the dance for another day.
Oh. Save the dance for another day.
Yeah. Maybe a New England get together, when we all get invited. Oh, I
see, Kate? Didn't invite Tony to your little get up. Wrong.
No, no, Gala. I know. I'm sorry. I
He
know. You
wasn't
probably
invited to
told
the
me, but
Connecticut.
I'm not on here all the time anymore. I'm sorry.
She posted it for 2 months.
Hey, you have my number. Text me. Say, hey, you live in New England. Get your dumb ass down here. Hmm?
All right, what are we doing tonight? What are we talking about?
Oh, hold on. Let me finish chewing. It's rude for me to eat with my mouth full. Fill in some
Yeah,
time. You don't talk enough anymore.
I don't talk enough because I talk too much and I say all the wrong things. Um, I can't bring up the comments and it's really hard for me. If you all could please share the live, we'd like to get some folks up in here to hang out with us. Preferably any men that you know, please share the live with them so we can kind of, have them join us in the conversation. Fade away, Ryan, what's happening, man? What you doing? How are you? Congratulations, brother.
Yes. Sign you up. Oh, yeah. Are you on your honeymoon?
What?
Yes, I'm on my honeymoon, bro.
Oh,
What's
and you
going on,
still
guys?
came by to say what's up. Look at you.
Just came
Oh
by to say
man,
what's up.
Look at
How's it
this
going?
guy.
look at this dude, man. I know that's right.
Yeah, man.
Congratulations, bro.
Congratulations. I'm so
Love
happy.
is,
Man,
love is a beautiful thing.
I know
How's the
that's right.
honeymoon going?
Damn, man.
We in Miami right now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Going anywhere else?
Thank you. Thank you. Hey, thank you.
But
Hey, I want to say thank you for the video. Char, I appreciate the video and warmed my heart. Everyone that came up, Tony, I appreciate your kind words. And I'm truly enjoying it. Let me take these sunglasses off. I'm truly enjoying it, man. I got the love of my life right here. She
hey,
she part sleep.
Hi.
Hey.
hey.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
But nah, man, it
I
was.
know that.
Hey, bro, that wedding, it was a movie. Like if y'all were there, it was. Y'all don't see all the content yet, but it was a movie, bro.
Cutting a rug.
Bro, I was moving.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah. You ain't stopped moving since then, huh?
Nah, I've been out here.
Dude, you
Dancing.
guys,
Enjoying it.
you guys looked awesome. She looked great in her dress. Dude, the suit, man. Dude, that was perfect.
That suit was perfect. I love the suit. The suit
Yeah.
definitely helped out. Bro, did you see the robot though? Bro, like, it was a whole robot. When I saw that robot, I was like, "Oh, this is a real thing. This is a." They had a whole presentation. They had a dance to come out with the robot. I didn't send y'all that yet, but yeah, it was pretty dope.
Because I'm Caribbean.
She's Caribbean. She's from the Turks and Caicos. So they had brought their flags out, and it was pretty dope.
Nice. That's awesome.
Miss you,
Heck
Chris.
yeah.
I haven't seen you in a bit. What's going on, bro?
Hey, we're gonna have some fellas come up on the panel. We're gonna have an open panel tonight
Okay.
to hang out and talk a little bit. So don't go too far, Chris. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about stressors and the holiday season. And
Oh, food stressors?
it could be any type of stressor, but, we're talking about like stress and stress eating and the holiday season and just being around temptation and what
Can I ask y'all this? Let me ask y'all. Let me put it in a different way for you.
Okay.
Is the food the stressful piece, or the environment that creates the food?
The environment.
All right. So then now we got to think.
Oh no.
What about the environment around you that makes you want to eat more or stress eat?
I think it's so when you think about, like, I have a couple different factors. So for my job, it's fourth quarter. Everyone wants a surgery. I'm telling, we're balling out with sending out implant kits. People are getting their surgeries before the new year. I've never been. This is like, I want to say organized chaos, but it's just chaos. I don't know what I signed up for, but it is crazy. This is the craziest I've ever seen things. Being in the medical industry, very high stress, always on the go. It's and then you're gonna add in the holiday season, which is already stressful enough because the people around you are already high strung. People driving around are already angry. I mean, when you're out in crowds, that holiday thing, yeah, you get the holiday spirit. People like Christmas, but the holiday spirit brings out like some nastiness. If you've never seen it, I'd be surprised. But everyone talks about holiday cheer, but there's a lot of like just stress and high strung people, and it can get very stressful. And then you're surrounded by people at holiday parties, and there's lots of people. There's a big crowd. If you're not like, since the pandemic, big crowds don't do well with me.
Same here.
Last year, I went out for a Christmas party. It's the first time, one of the first times where I really like stayed, especially because I had lost all the weight, where I really just kind of hung out and stayed out and hung out with everyone, and we bar hopped, and the venue just got bigger. And the more I drank, and I drank a lot, and Rab will tell you because I was texting him pictures. It was very overwhelming, and the only thing I could do, because I wasn't eating at the time, was I drank to calm myself down, and I got completely hammered.
Yeah, because that liquor hit you a little quicker.
Surgery.
Liquor definitely hit you. So it's interesting because the season between now and January 1st, it's the music, it's the nature of things. There's social pressures to buy people gifts, which financially you're spending more money, right? The next thing is you're also dealing with the memories based on the music of the experiences and the dates that you share with people who might have passed away. So there's like a lot of subconscious things that are going on that people aren't acknowledging, because in the moment it's just like, I feel this, I don't like it. How can I numb that feeling?
I mean, I think there's different stressors throughout, the holiday season. Because again, you do bring up a good point of people who have passed, because you could be celebrating Christmas for the first time without a parent or a grandparent or a sibling. It's different, and it depends on like what that stressor is that could very easily trigger you. And I think that, at least for, the three of us, we've now probably navigated a few holiday seasons now.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think the hardest one was when I think I've told you guys a story about it was Thanksgiving, and I went to visit my mom in Dallas, and she had a stroke in front of me. Now, mind you, like seeing all that food on the table, and like it wasn't like the first thing I thought. It was like, oh, I gotta eat because this is too much. That wasn't like the first logical thought, but my first thought was the concern of my mom and the possibility that I might lose my mom. Right. So like she, having that, what's it called? Having that stroke in front of me and seeing her forget my name and my date of birth and all that. And I had to lift her up and take her downstairs to to the ambulance. And then seeing her at the hospital now, like being power of attorney over healthcare and things like that. A lot of emotions come into play, but I stayed grounded with my walk. That's when I went to the treadmill and started crying, but I at least did it. Oh, but I didn't use that food. Like food, it was easy. Like I had mounds of liquor, pies, like you know, turkey, ham. I could have made a smorgasbord and been like, let's go to town. I don't care how sick I get. Let me throw up afterwards, and I'll eat some more. Because that's what I would do. I would do that in the sense of I need to ignore this feeling I have.
It's uh it's real. And I think that for so I want to say that, and this is just from my first experience for a holiday, because my first holiday was Easter. I had an easy time because I literally had surgery like a month and a half before Easter. My restriction was I ate mm, the minimal like amount of food you could think of, where I just kind of like, and I was just like, yeah, I'm cool with that. I don't have room for any of it. Now my second holiday season, where I was pretty much like almost basically a year out, was rough
Mhm.
because I was just like, oh, I can eat this now. I can eat this now. I'm like, I've lost 175 pounds. I'm like, oh, it's
Mhm.
okay for me to have some cheesecake. I went to town. Again, like you go through Thanksgiving, you go through Christmas, even um Halloween. There was candy everywhere in the hospital. The lady that sat next to me in the office where my desk was had candy. The nurses were handing out candy. I mean, I can't tell you how much chocolate I ate. And like since surgery, chocolate's been my thing. I wasn't a big chocolate person until after surgery.
I think chocolate for me it was chocolate and like salty foods.
Yeah.
Like I used to be a really big sweet person and I kind of stopped that, but like salty foods are the thing. So yeah, I get that feeling.
What about you, Rab?
What?
I, I, Biggie's gonna come up and
Bah,
no.
bah
Big
humbug,
E.
man. I'm one of those. I'm one of those. Like I like Thanksgiving more than I like Christmas type deal. I like getting to watch the kids enjoy themselves for Christmas for sure. But Christmas for me usually triggers me because it's always about right when I get my finances going in the right direction. And here we go, last minute Christmas shopping and stuff like that. As far as food goes and all that, man, I mean, like you said, this will be what, the second or third holiday for me? Second. And the first one was, very restrictive. I ate what I wanted, but very little. Um, and like I'll eat a little bit of this and that, but I got my stuff pretty down pat. Like I don't mess with shit I shouldn't be. And if I do, it's like very little. I don't like to waste a lot of space, if you get what I mean.
Yeah. If any other guys want to come up, send a request.
Yeah, guys, come up here. I'm only staying a little bit longer before I have to
We appreciate
go
you
out to
coming
dinner
up.
with the
Let me
missus.
see.
I wanted to
Let
pop
me
up.
see. Hold on. Do the little finger thing again. Let me see it.
Congratulations,
Let me
Ryan,
see.
first off.
Uh,
That's nice, man.
Dad.
Yeah.
yeah, I got the black
I like
and
that.
silver diamonds.
That's
Nice.
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, for me,
haven't
That's
just
taken this
awesome,
thing
man. I'm
off
happy
yet.
for you, man. Nah, it ain't gonna come off.
I can't.
See, we're gonna thank Wifey for letting you, step away for about, a small period of time to hang out with us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, she had me out here for a second. She's like, wrap it up. She was like, wrap it up.
Yeah, wrap
Just
it
show your
up.
face and wrap it up. I
Welcome
was
to
like,
my world.
what? But nah, man, I just want to come up here and just show my love and support. And next week, everything will be back to normal with me being on here the entire time. But I appreciate the grace you guys give me. And yeah, man, thank you for all the love. that came for my wedding. So thank you.
Well, congratulations again
Congratulations, man.
to your wife as well.
Appreciate it. Bye.
We'll see you. And Rab disappeared again.
Hey, Rab ran away from you now too?
Rab keeps running away. It's all right. You could be my co-host for the night.
Hey, that works. Yeah, this holiday season's actually the one that's actually scaring me because this is my first holiday season. Not since bariatric surgery, but last holiday season I was like 4 or 5 months post-op, so the restriction was so there that like I even if I wanted to eat something, I couldn't. So this is the first year where I know I can eat a lot. I got a big sweet tooth, so I'm terrified for that. And when my family just does big old parties where there's just food out all day long, so like the grazing and things like that. So it's going to get me out of my habits. And then 2 years ago, I was on my liquid diet for 17 weeks through the holiday season. So this is the first time in like 2 years to where I actually have an opportunity to eat, and I'm terrified of that. That's my biggest fear now is like, okay, there's going to be no real restriction. I can eat whatever I want, and I'm going to be eating all day. Watching football, watching sports.
All right, let me ask you, how are you going to prepare for that? Are you going to bring anything with you? Like, I know there's desserts and stuff. That's what my plan is that I know there's going to be desserts. I too, I have a sweet tooth. But I know that I could probably make something to just kill that craving that, I won't sit there and, continually eat cheesecake or sweet potato pie or, something that would just kind of cure that sweet tooth. And I'm not like, because you kind of feel left out. You watch everyone sitting there eating. You're like, oh, I really want to have something like that.
What I'm thinking of doing, it's actually something I made before during one of my previous weight loss journeys, is a protein like pudding pie. So get sugar-free pudding and add some protein powder into it too, and make a pie out of that. So if I have that sweet tooth, I can make it a chocolate one, have a little slice of that, getting more protein in myself, and it will curb that appetite for me and that desire for that sweetness.
Yeah, I think.
Hold on. You put a crust in there?
Yeah, like a graham cracker crust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have they sell the small little individual
Crusts.
You can get one. It's 100 calories. I mean, you use a protein pudding and you throw it in there. You get some no sugar whipped cream. I mean, it's a nice little dessert. You eat one of them. I mean, don't eat it right after dinner. You'll probably get sick. But it's not bad if you want to have like a small taste of something, and it's satisfying. I mean, there's
definitely helps with my sweet tooth is just finding different ways I can still get work on my protein while still even that edge, because that's you put some cookies in front of me, I'm going to destroy them.
How do you feel you're going to be when it comes to the main meal, the main dinner? Like you have turkey or ham or roast beef or whatever it is, and you get all the sides and fixings. Are you going to sit there? Are you going to weigh out your food? Are you going to portion it out? Are you just going to grab a little bit of everything?
I probably won't weigh it out. I weigh out a lot of my food here at home, but I probably won't weigh that out when I go out and things like that. I won't weigh it. Like I said, I give myself grace when it comes to a lot of outings and events like that. But I try to be mindful. Like I said, it comes down for me. It comes down to where I want to be, where my goals are, and everything like that, and doing enough I can enjoy myself still, give myself the grace, but still know that, hey, if I eat too much of this, I'm killing 2 weeks worth of progress and things like that. So just trying to be mindful of it, make sure instead of going for the dark meat and the turkey, going for the breast and the white meat and things like that, just being more mindful of my choices. Hey, I want some of this stuffing. Okay, have a little bit. Just get that enough to get that edge off you and things like that. That's what I'm going to end up trying to do.
Yeah, I mean, being mindful and having a plan, and I think that some of us lose sight of that. I always feel like you learn something each holiday. And the first holiday, I was like, oh, all right. I was kind of like forced into eating, restrictively because, you're in that position. But I noticed that like the further you get out especially that first year, you're down a bunch of weight, you're celebrating, you're like, oh, I'll get to enjoy the holidays this year. And you tend to overeat. It's always that extra bite. And you don't realize it until all of a sudden you're like, oh, why does my stomach hurt? Or next thing you know, you've got the foamies. It's very easy to become complacent because the further you get out and the restriction lessens up, you don't always prepare yourself because, again, you're in the being joyous with, you're around family. You don't realize that if you continue to eat it's one thing if you go to one party and then you go to that first party. You go, all right, say it's Thanksgiving with your friends or whatever, or with your family. But then you got Christmas parties in between Thanksgiving and Christmas. For some of us, there's a number of parties lined up, whether it's work function, friends functions, other, you could have 3 or 4 parties in that 4-week period, and you've already eaten horribly for the entire month. And if you may be scared to step on the scale, you might want to step on the scale. It could be, and it could really mess with you because all of a sudden something might feel tight again. You don't realize how many calories that you consume, or with just the bad habits that you could pick up in a 1-month period.
Yeah, it's more fearful of the Friendsgiving and the Christmas with the friends, because when I meet with my family, there's always going to be somewhat of a healthy choice around. I can make choices, but it's all these little get-togethers with my friends and friends parties and things like that where there's not really many good options, and I'm going to have to try to make good choices for myself, whether it's eating before or not eating there, or bringing something healthy for myself. Those are the toughest ones for me, especially since I do security. So this gets to a busy time of the year for me also, where I may be working late, and I always used to make bad choices of, oh, forget it, I'm getting off work late, I'm just going to go to Jack in the Box and get some tacos and be good.
Yeah. That holiday rush, like you're running around, if you're shopping, again, it's that stressor where you're so busy trying to go shopping and you're trying to buy stuff and you're on the go. Even at work today, I usually finish 2 of these before I even come home. I finished my first one on my way home because I didn't even drink anything until 2:00 today. Because work was just go, go, go. We were so busy. I ate breakfast, but I didn't eat anything until 2:00 again. And then I drank, I completely skipped the whole half hour part.
And you don't even realize that you're missing it. It's just you're done and like, oh my God, it's time for me to go home already.
Yeah, you have to be mindful of everything. And when you're busy and you're on the go, you tend to pick up bad habits, and you might forget to take your vitamins. You might forget to get your water in. You might not eat. I mean, you might not be hitting any of your protein goals.
Yeah. What I've done in the past too, especially during my busy times, is I've found myself the tendency of setting alarms for myself, where I know I'm not going to be able to sit down and eat a full meal, but I'll bring some stuff that I can eat, protein bars and stuff like that, and I'll set an alarm on my phone. And each time I have that alarm go off on my phone, I know, okay, let me reach into my pocket real quick and have my protein bar or something like that. So it helps me remind myself to slow down, because in a world where we can't necessarily slow down, it's just that reminder, oh shoot, it's been 3 hours since I last ate. Let me eat again real quick. Let me take a bite of this real quick.
Yeah. So we've got a new panel member now.
Gets me if you can.
How are you?
Sorry, I had to unmute. I'm pretty good so far. I'm up here at work, waiting for the guys to all come to work so I can go home. But I appreciate the invite. On.
Hey, thank you for coming up. Is
I'll
this
come
your
down and
first
talk to you in a
time
minute.
up?
What's that? I'm sorry.
Is this your first time up on panel with us?
It is, and I'm going to be honest with you. It's the first time that I've been able to use my camera. I got a little notification the other day that says, "Oh, you're allowed to go live now."
Oh,
So,
that's awesome.
I mean, before I could go with just the picture. Now I can go with, and now I feel bad that y'all have to see my ugly face.
Oh, you know what? Every Tuesday, everyone gets to look at this mug. So
Yeah, I appreciate the invite. I'm just hanging out at work, listening to y'all talk about the holidays and whatnot. I'm trying to stay out of the light so it doesn't look like I'm going to heaven or something.
Yeah.
Like there goes the lights.
Yeah, the holidays are coming, man. They come quick. They sneak up on us, and before you know it, they're here. So it's like,
yeah.
how do you think and how do you think you'll use what are you going to do to prevent yourself from jumping out there and not accomplishing your goals? Like, what are you going to put in place? Is there anything that you've thought about ahead of time before the holidays get here and that temptation comes across your plate?
I'm going to be honest with you. Like I said earlier in the chat, like I don't crave anything sweet anymore. Like I told y'all before, I'm on that. I'm on that now. That's not to say I wouldn't eat anything sweet, but like my
Right.
thing is before, like y'all were talking, like I would show up and like you said, like the gentleman said earlier, like the cookies, they'd be gone before anybody could touch them. Like it didn't matter. Like 12,
Yeah,
13,
yeah,
34, like gone. But like as you guys know, I'm on with that Manjaro shot. Like
yeah.
that thing just, it's so hard for me to even eat my protein that I'm supposed to eat. Uh, like I drink about 1.5 gallons of water um, a day, and I apologize if you all hear that wind. But
Oh,
like
that's
1.5 gallons of water a day. I'm actually glad that Jamie put on a little video of the blackened chicken tenders from Popeyes because I went and got those tonight and was like, darn, sorry.
Are they
I was like,
good?
oh, listen, I'll tell you what, like I might have this addiction to blackened chicken tenders from Popeyes now. Like I was addicted to
Really?
Popeyes before, but
Me
yeah,
too.
like I mean, because there's no, you don't have the breading, so you ain't got to worry
No.
about that. I threw the biscuit to the seagulls or the
Yeah,
crows or whatever was going to eat them out here in
yeah,
Oklahoma. I say
yeah.
seagulls like we have any. But yeah, I mean,
Right.
listen, they're good. I mean, if I next time I'm just going to order them by themselves, so I don't have that because normally I would eat 4 or 5 of those Popeyes biscuits and
I'm
be great.
gonna do it.
But yeah,
I'm gonna do
they're
it.
excellent. They're excellent.
I need to
So,
go try
but
that.
yeah, like I said, I mean, with the shot, I'm just to the point where I've been drinking those Fairlife shakes, the 42 grams, and honestly, I drink probably 2 or 3 of those a day, and I eat my chicken thighs or chicken breasts, and I'm good to go. Like I'll eat a little bit of vegetables, but other than that, I mean, I don't even think I'm going over 1,500 calories.
Oh wow.
So,
Right.
I mean, I'm down. I was talking to Chris the other day. Actually, I think I told him what I was actually down to. I'm actually down to 282 from 350. So, I mean,
Reps.
That's
I'm
amazing.
Oh, you were 350. You're down 282. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
I always
So
say
we
my
are
starting weight was
relatively around.
375, but my wife was like, "You were at 375. You got the 300. You gained 55 of it back. You can't say you were 375 pounds." I'm like, "I can if I want, but So yeah.
Yeah,
So
I was at my heaviest was 328, but I really think it was probably like a 340, 350. But that's not official. But I know the 328 is, and I'm down to like 195. So
awesome. I'm trying
we're
to go to
relatively
225.
around the same thing. I was just trying to see 220, you know?
Yeah.
I would have been happy with 220 and I went under that, but I don't know. I might be putting on a little bit of weight. I can't really tell. I can still see. I still feel and look and seem the same.
Yeah.
Healthy as hell. I feel amazing. How do
Oh
you
yeah.
feel?
Well, listen, I'm telling you what. Like, I'm sure y'all see some of my TikToks where I'm at the firehouse doing my little
Mm,
fire department training stuff.
Yeah.
Before,
yeah.
forget like I had to do this journey because, long story short, I was in a flammable liquids firefighting class about 20 years ago, and it was a whole week,
Right.
and I was about 225 then, so I had no problem. Well, I'd messed up my shoulder, gained some weight. I just recently, probably 6 months ago, went to another flammable liquids firefighting class because the state of Oklahoma will not allow me to get my firefighter two unless I have that through Oklahoma because they wouldn't recognize when I went to school in Nevada. So anyway, I was in that class. A
Yeah.
comment was made of everybody wants to be a firefighter until you have to be firefighter crap. But and I'm like, listen, I'm like, just because I'm a bigger guy doesn't mean I can't do it. And then we started going through our evolutions, and I was like, I got to bow out. I can't get through I couldn't get through the last two evolutions. I got through the first couple, but then I started having like almost anxiety attacks, like to where my chest was tightening up. And I was just like, I
Yeah.
don't have the strength for it anymore. And that's not fair. It's not fair to my guys at the fire department. So
Yeah.
honestly, I think that comment kicked in my whole journey. And I was like, I've just got to. So before I like this Sunday, like if you all saw my last TikTok where I'm going up and down the fire station with a hose and then some tools and then I'm swinging some hoses around. Like we have to do that in full turnout gear this Sunday. And before I had an issue doing it. Well, I did it that day with all my gear on, and I lasted probably about 10 minutes longer than what I have in the past. So I definitely feel a whole lot better, and it's definitely a godsend to have all of y'all and everything. Because like I said, like I told Chris before, like I told Jamie, like I couldn't do. I probably could do it, but I couldn't do it without y'all's support, love, whatever. And I'll say it 1,000 times over. But this community is crazy. When my wife heard I was getting on TikTok, she's like, "Yeah, I know why you're getting on TikTok." And I'm like, "Hon, I'm telling you, like this is why." And I've showed her all y'all's videos, and she's like, "I'm sorry, I apologize." I'm like, "You don't have to apologize. I get it. I'm a male,
I mean, how many of us can watch you run back and forth, dragging a fireman's hose? I mean, this is stuff that, people that, depending on where they are in their journey, even further out in their journey, are just like, you get to a certain point where there are days where you just feel like you don't want to do anything. You're not motivated to do it. But, videos like yours can inspire people. You don't realize the impact that you have, whether you're trying to do it or not.
Yeah.
Oh, Chris down there, the jokes. Rab's thirst traps.
Rab's thirst traps will get you in trouble.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Oh, man. I haven't done no thirst traps yet, but, man, it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming in it's coming in a hot pink banana hammock. Watch out.
That's funny. That's a good one. So, well, listen, I appreciate y'all getting me on here tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off real quick. I got to make sure these guys are loading these trucks correctly. I'm at my
thank you,
full-time
man,
job
for coming
now.
to hang out.
Yeah, I
Thanks
appreciate
for coming to hang out with us, man.
Results again, man.
Yeah. Y'all have a good night. I
All
appreciate
right. You too, brother.
Bye.
Peace. Man, that's great, man. That's good stuff.
Feel free to join us. Send us a request. You guys can come up.
Yeah, Chris, get up here, man. Stop playing. We need to talk Steelers.
Road dog sitting down there.
I thought about you today, man.
So how bad have your guys' eating been after the not like Thanksgiving Day itself? How bad was it like the day after? Because that's where I used to struggle a lot too. It was like the day after watching football and everything, going back for leftovers and.
It's amazing how sluggish you feel. You don't realize like the stuff that you eat really does have an effect on your body.
I liked playing the Frozen song. It was fun.
Okay.
Try it again.
Hey, what's up?
Hey Jamie, what's happening?
What's up, man? You ready for the holidays, Jamie?
I am. I feel like, I don't like to talk about it too much because I feel like between the bariatric community and the GLP community, like I struggle the least amount with as far as food goes. Like, so I don't even like to talk about it a lot because it's like I am so far into like I eat what I eat and that's it. Like like there's no temptation, there's no nothing. Like there's stuff in my house all the time, and And I know, lots of people they do moderation, do all this stuff, but the freedom that I have from not eating sugar and carbohydrates is amazing. And you know what? Like, it's not for everybody, but for me, the freedom that I have, it's that I don't care. My biggest thing is to figure out how do I eat, how I want to eat, where I'm going. Like, we're taking my kids to New York next in December. Um, and you know what? I'm gonna find a grocery store. I'm gonna go buy a couple tubs of cottage cheese so I can have my cottage cheese snacks throughout the day. And you know, and I'll eat simple protein foods like I do all the time. And maybe I'll get a fancier steak somewhere, but I just don't care. And I'm so free from it that, like, so the holidays and stuff, you know what? I cook. And it was most recently, there's some Jewish holidays that I cook for my family here. And you know what? Like, I cook stuff that I've eaten for years that I love, and I just don't care. And it's so freeing for me. And I just, all I can say is I just don't care. And it's
Have you
really,
tried that? Have you tried that cottage cheese bread yet?
I've done some stuff, but you know what? I don't need to use cottage cheese like that. I use it as, if I eat a cup at a time, it's what, 20 grams of protein. So I use it for my in between meals, and I like it, so I can just eat it. So, like, I eat a cup at a time is 20 24 grams of protein, um, and that's it. So I don't need to cook with it.
And see, this is an example of the things that we need to do. I mean, I know it's a little bit off a topic, but this is it, man. Like, this is what we need to do. Like, this dude weighed freaking 715 pounds, and he's like down to my freaking starting weight. And it's because he's stayed, consistent with his eating. And it's what we have to do for the rest of our lives, man.
Yeah, and
Um,
it's sorry, yeah, it's just like the fact that, like, there's some stuff like that I've changed some stuff, you know, but like I'm so committed to what I don't do that, like, I can't. There's no black or white. There's no gray area for me. It's black or white. That's it.
I told
So,
you, man. That
there's a
NBA
comment.
joint.
Yeah. There's a comment down here from Hannah Rose. So her biggest thing is she eats solid food on November 21st. So she's nervous about Thanksgiving, but she can't wait for it. So, like, first experience for a holiday and a first big meal is, don't be nervous. Like, you can have something. Like, but
Go ahead. Listen to him. Listen to him. Just go ahead and listen to Tony, what he's saying. I dare you. I dare you. Your tummy is going to tell you what you can and cannot do. Your tummy dictates what's going on, especially this early and after the surgery. You ain't making any decisions.
eat slow. Eat slow. Don't. You're gonna have all the foods that you love in front of you, and the tendency for all of us is to eat fast and get as much of it as we can. But if you don't finish your plate, who cares? It's not about whether you finish your plate or not. Some of us can finish our plate. Some of us can't. But be mindful about what you're grabbing. Grab the protein. Proteins first. You want to have a teaspoon of mashed potato? You want to have some green beans? Portion that out. You don't have to finish everything.
Yeah. Or just go ahead and get the foamies or dump. It's great. It's a good feeling. It's that whole, oh my gosh.
What are the things? What are the teaching tools that we have from this restriction?
What helped me since I was new to it during the holidays too. What I did for my plates for my holidays is I took the dessert plate instead of the full size plates. Got a dessert plate and used that, and I took one of my niece's baby forks and ate with that. So I would have to eat slow, and having that dessert plate was a lot smaller plate, so I couldn't overload it either too. So I got to try a little bit of everything I wanted to try without overeating too much and eating too quickly.
I think that's key. But and the thing is, regardless of what you do, it has to be the one day. It has
Yeah.
to be that plate you eat it today. You have your dessert. You have whatever you want, and that's it. And I think that's and that's advice from a guy who's not eating any of this stuff. But like I feel like if you just do it for the one day, like nobody's done any damage in one day. So enjoy whatever you can tolerate and move on. But it's the fact of if it's the fact of tomorrow you go back to doing whatever's making you successful. I think that's it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey,
Again, the holiday season, there's a lot of parties and there's a lot of gatherings and a lot of get-togethers and there's a lot of food.
sure is. Shane, what's happening? Hey, Jason's RMY Journey, what's up, man? Welcome to the panel.
How are you?
Yep, the mute. There it is.
Look at that. You're on mute, buddy.
You're on mute. Your microphone ain't functioning.
Muted. Okay. See,
Oh,
here I'm all
there it
worried that my
is.
microphone's even on, and I muted myself. Y'all
I
talking
like that
about
mic.
the?
I like
Yeah, I
this
got this off
microphone.
TikTok shop. It was only $5,
That's really
and
crisp and clear, isn't it, Tony?
It is.
oh yeah,
Remember when I had
and I can leave it.
my live?
I can leave my phone on my back porch right here and walk all the way out to my shed back there, and it still works. So good stuff.
How are you going to navigate this holiday season, my friend?
Yeah, it is
Well,
very
so
clear.
y'all be talking about plates. We already been doing that. This is the plate I've been eating on since surgery. And so just to give you a little bit of context, that's my regular plate that I was eating on before surgery. There's the plate I've been using since surgery.
And these are the tips and tricks.
This is the easiest thing you can do right here. Let me tell you, because I'm the kind of guy, and by the way, I am down to 200 as of my weight this past weekend from 326 on March 6th. My high weight was 347 when I joined the program last year in September. So that's, pretty good, feeling pretty good. Doing the thing. We also have these little bowls that the wife got us. Really neat. By contrast, again,
Hey,
this is a regular bowl.
that is amazing, man. I can't believe, man, how well you're doing. That's so cool. That's great. That's great news. I haven't talked to you in a while, like since you've had your surgery, Jason. It's been a minute. And man, you're making strides. And you know what's funny? Is that I feel you feeling yourself, man, and you deserve every bit of it, man.
Amazing.
I'm loving it.
And the
I'm loving
feeling
it.
feels good, doesn't it?
I'm off all my heart medication. They couldn't lower my metoprolol fast enough for me to keep taking it, so they just had to stop it. I had the open heart surgery back in August of 22. I got the big scar there, as you see. I'm proud of that scar. And yeah, I was my blood pressure. They were like, no, we just got to take you off of it because they cut it in half. Then they cut it in half again. They're like, we can't cut it in half again. Yeah. So you just got to quit taking it. So, yeah. Good. So, no, it's been great. Wifey had her VSG on July 3rd down in Tijuana. She's approaching 90 pounds lost. That includes her pre-surgical loss too. But we calculated it out. She's averaging like 3.6 or 3.7 pounds a week. My weight loss journey, I'm averaging like 3.3 or 3.4. So she's actually doing better than me on weight loss. She wants it to go faster, of course. Who doesn't? But yeah, we're just making the good choices, making the right decisions, and I will admit that I've had some things like. I have slipped on my coffee. One of the hardest things I ever had to do was quit my 64 ounces a day of black coffee that I drank before this surgery. They told me, they said, you're going to have to give up coffee. And I said, I'm going to have to give up coffee. I'm telling you what, this giving up that coffee was harder for me than when I had to give up the devil's lettuce before my open heart surgery. And if anybody knows me, Jason lives in Oregon. And up until a few months before I had the open heart surgery, I was actually running farms. I'm an activist. I've testified before the city, the county, the state. I'm this huge cannabis, devil's lettuce guy. And I was actually imbibing a very high amount, let's just say. And it was easier for me to quit that than it was the coffee. So, post surgery, I did start drinking my black coffee again, even though they said no caffeine for 6 months. I'm sorry. I'm real. I was working in a hospital. Now I'm working in a clinic. I'm a vampire. I need my go juice. So I did start drinking it. And now my provider, she's got one of those Nespresso machines, and they make just the most delicious little cafe caramel things. And oh, it's so good. But moderation. You don't have to always tell yourself no. Okay? Moderation. You can do little things. And I'm just saying it. I've been working in this clinic now since the end of June. I've been doing what I've been doing, and I'm still losing. So am I saying that I'm doing everything right? No, because I'm not a perfect person. I'm not going to do everything right. What I'm saying is, don't be afraid if you make that slip up, if you make that mistake, if you make that little thing, don't beat yourself up over it. It's like we tell the addicts, right? Oh, I fell off the wagon yesterday and had a drink. Guess what? You start back over tomorrow. That's all it is to it. It's about the long term, the commitment, right? The things that we do long term. You can't live in the micro. That's just my opinion.
Long journey.
I'll shut up now. I've been talking since I came on. I'm sorry.
That's fine, Jason. You can talk all you want to talk. That's what we're here to do, is talk. Shit.
But I did have to take a break from this whole ticky-tacky thing because y'all know what happened to me back in June with my job and somebody coming after me and all that. So me and lives, I just tend to because there'd be some people out here that be hating.
So good to see you again.
Yeah, we understand,
good to see you guys.
Man. It's all good in the neighborhood. Chris, what's happening with you, man? Go Steelers, man. I was pissed they lost to Dallas, man. What's going on with that?
And Indianapolis.
I was so man. I know. I was like, man, but it's all right.
Steeler-free zone.
It's all right.
Let me mute this because I'm laughing too hard on the Steelers.
The Steelers are amazing. The Eagles are some bums, Jason. You better turn that mic off. The Eagles got nothing coming.
Hey, you know who I watch football with here? My best friend, whose last name is Stallworth. That's right. My best friend, whose last name is Stallworth, is the nephew of somebody you guys really happen to love. So, and I've got the picture of him wearing the rings. So I'm very tightly connected to the Steelers. Just so you know, when we meet in the Super Bowl, the Steagles will rise. And you watch and see how many people try to act like they knew what the Steagles were when it happens. Because they're all going to come out, I knew the Steagles. Don't nobody know what the Steagles is? But when they meet in the Super Bowl, everybody going to act like they know what that is. Just a little history for you there. But yeah.
I know that's right, Jason is on a different level right now, isn't he, Jamie? Like, he is really feeling himself right now, man. And I think it's amazing. I know that feeling. I feel that feeling every day I wake up now. But man, it's good. That's good. It's awesome, man. What's up with you, Chris, man? It's been a while. How are you?
It's been a minute. I'm good. Just maintaining, just I had to take a step back from this stuff too. I mean, just spending too much time on here. Like after I got my I got that hernia surgery in summer, and I was just spending way too much time. So I was like, let me back off here. I just started posting stuff lately, but I'm good. Just workouts are on point. Calories been on point. So
you feel good? You feel healed?
Oh yeah. That just took the little 6 weeks off that they said, and everything was good. So back in the gym, I'm actually about to run a 5K here in like 2 weeks.
Oh, so nice. You gonna make it?
Stuff. Oh yeah, I did a 10K on Sunday. I couldn't believe it. I just like,
Oh
it was some
shit!
people on the track and stuff, and I just kept going. So
Heck yeah!
it was awesome.
What are your holidays like? How do you prepare for that during the holidays, or do you even need to? Is that an issue for you at all?
I mean, preparation for any holiday or picnic or all that is like really important because like you guys know, I didn't go like the pharmaceutical route or the berry route. I just like calorie deficit has been my whole thing. So, yeah, preparation. Like the big thing for me is like take something that I can eat. Like, because we usually don't host here. So like wherever I'm going, I'm bringing something that I know I can eat if there's no good like options. So like prioritizing proteins, and I'm also like not opposed to like sneaking a food scale in my bag. Like I'll be out there like weighing my food at the in the line and stuff. Like I ain't worried about what nobody says. I'm just stay on track. The small plate,
Bring it with you.
small plate. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like the small plate thing, Jamie and Jason talked about too. Like that, I think Team Big you was talking about too. Like that's huge because mentally you got this full ass plate, but you put a little bit of everything you like on there. It just doesn't have to be like the big plate and then going back for seconds and all that.
That's the thing. Like, everyone's so used to like you spend so many holidays where you go back for the second and third plate and you sit there and you're at the point where you're like, oh, I have to wear sweatpants because I don't have a belt anymore.
Bring your eating pants with you.
Yeah, exactly. And you could very easily be satisfied by grabbing the right portions and not have to go back. If you eat the right way, you eat slow enough. For us, we have to eat slow because that signal of just telling us we're full is always that we've overeaten. When you get that feeling of just like, discomfort, we know we've overeaten. So that, eating slow, especially during the holidays and creating that habit is important because it comes really in handy during the holidays. Is that, the holiday when you tend to overeat, you'll keep yourself from running into that and having the full or dumping.
Do you guys sneeze when you get full?
No.
What is it?
Nobody.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
Sneeze when you get full?
No.
It happens a lot with DS people. I think when I'm full, I will start sneezing. It's pretty crazy.
Really?
Every time.
I start hiccuping and burping.
I've heard that.
All the time.
There's a name for it. I don't even know what it is. Baby forks. Nice.
Yeah. It's all those little tricks, man. Like
baby fork, man. No.
Don't switch away from it. I switched away from it. I had to go back to it.
Yeah.
I think too, like for me, like the big thing was like everything was celebrated with family. Like all the food, everything was celebrating with food. And so like for me it was like I had to break away from that tradition. Like I just enjoy being with you. Like I enjoy your presence, bullshitting with you about football or whatever you got going on in your life. It's not about like going and eating till we're sick, so it is. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, but sometimes you don't like for a bariatric patient. It's like sometimes you ignore that voice that says, "Hey, don't anymore," and you have that one last bite. Like you're telling yourself, "Oh, it's gonna be my last bite," and then you take that last bite, and that's when you like dump or you foam, and it's terrible.
An extra bite is dangerous.
It's bad, man. It makes you instantly sick, Chris. Like you get sick immediately. You're like, boom, sick, foaming out the mouth, gagging, can't swallow right, pain in the chest sometimes, stomach all messed up, gotta use the bathroom. Should I go to the hospital? Nah, I'm just dumping. It's bad, man.
Hey, I've heard a lot about that.
If you have to ask yourself, should I take this bite? Don't do it. Like if you have to ask yourself, am I safe to take this drink? Don't do it. Just don't do it. I remember one of the best pieces of advice I got when I first started out, before I was even near my surgery date, and Amber came into my life, and I was talking about I was talking about this and that. She's like, don't be a clean plate hero. And that's what you got to do. Don't be a clean plate hero because you're only going to hurt yourself. So, yeah, if you have to question whether or not you should do it, don't. That's good advice for anything, though.
And you know
Should I really punch this guy in the mouth?
Yes.
Right.
And I gotta say too,
Dark Cloud.
Dark Cloud.
Go ahead,
Me?
Chris. What were you gonna say, Chris?
No, I was just gonna say, like, hearing you guys tell your stories, and it pisses me off all the time when I hear people in the community or I see people in comments like, "Oh, you took the easy way out." Hearing you guys' stories, like, come on, tell me that's the easy way out.
Hey, Dark Cloud, was it the easy way out?
Hell no.
I've worked harder after surgery than I have in any other diet I've done in my entire life.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it ain't no easy way out, man.
Mentally and physically.
I'm 14 months post-op. So
14 months, good.
I had BSG. I'm down 255 pounds from my top weight. And I am down, 175 pounds from my surgical weight?
Wow.
Nice. That's what's up, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How do you feel?
Yeah.
I feel good. There are still some nuances I'm getting used to when it comes to my body in general. I spent most of my life. I should turn my camera on. There's my face. Of course it went away. Anyway, sorry. I spent most of my life as a very heavy person. My top weight being 512 pounds. Working in a clinic, running around, not having energy. I mean, my feet. I don't know, all of that. And now I'm running around that place like it's no big deal. I want to go on walks now. I want to walk through the store instead of parking as close to the building as I could. And I'm not obsessed with food anymore, which is so weird because I remember thinking, I was like, okay, I'm eating lunch now, so then should probably have a snack, it's like stuff like that. And I'm just like, whatever, if I feel hungry later, I eat, And yeah, and one thing that's also been interesting too is I used to be like super opposed to like doing meal prep. I was like, screw meal prep, don't want to do it. It's so annoying. And now I'm like, oh, I can just cook one day during the week and then just, so it's been very life-changing, and regaining mobility that I haven't had since I was a kid is like just so great.
That's awesome. Thank you.
See, meal prep messed me up, man. I was like, man, I'm gonna get stuck with eating this same thing for the whole week, and I just couldn't get through with the meal prep or get down with it that much.
I could eat the same thing every day. I couldn't care less, dude. I eat the same shit every day.
I think it's funny because with certain things, so like I do a burrito bowl meal prep, and I change the sauce if I get bored, or I'll add a different cheese, or I'll add lettuce to it, something like that. So, I'm so fine with just eating the same thing every day. But if you tend to get bored with something, the easiest way to work around that is add something different. So if you make a burrito bowl, change up the cheese every day, or do it on a low carb wrap, or something like that. You could some people will like crunch up pork rinds and put them on top to give it some crunch.
Yeah, and I've seen that before. I always forget about pork rinds, man. You can do so much with that.
Rab, I never eat the same meal twice, and I meal prep. You're just doing it wrong.
Do you? That's because you used to be a chef, and it's not fair. I'm used to just processed meats and I can do some really good pepperoni, cheese, and crackers daily.
Rab loves
seriously.
food.
He's throwing down on the charcuterie board. He got it.
Yeah, I got that in my back pocket. Josh, what's up, man? Welcome. It's really good to see a bunch of new faces up here, man. It's good to meet you all. I'm glad you're coming up to say hi and what's up and take part in this open panel, man. It's really good to have you. Josh, what's up, man?
Not much. How you guys doing? I appreciate you inviting me up.
Yeah, heck yeah. Thanks for coming up.
You bet. I just had VSG on the 30th of August, so pretty new. I'm in the soft stage. Might be venturing past the soft stage a little bit. I'm actually, I just had a pepperoni cheese quesadilla just 10 minutes ago, so.
Now, would the soft stage be considered like the pureed stage? Like it's got to be grounded up? Yeah, and I'm kind of funny about that. Like, and please, anybody in the comments or on the panel, I'm not a physician nor am I a dietitian or am I any type of provider or therapist. I'm just a guy who had some surgery. But when you swallow it, it should be pureed.
Yeah. Sure, if you
know
chew
what
it
I'm
enough.
saying? If you chew it like you're supposed to, isn't it really puree? Dark cloud, it is, isn't it?
Yep. I was gonna say when I got to the pureed phase, I started with refried beans, and I was like, okay, let me try this, and I blended something up, and I was like, I can't with the consistency, so I ended up making stuffed peppers with what did I do? Like cottage cheese that I blended up with an egg and put it in a pepper, baked it, and then I just chewed it up real good. It was fine.
First thing I ever ate when I got onto the soft off the wall was the refried beans. And because I was just so excited about being able to eat something and finally chew, I ate it too quickly. And I had the worst pain in my rib cage. And I learned very quickly that I needed to take my time.
Yeah, it's not fun.
What did AJ just say? He said, "What if you don't have teeth?"
That's what the Ninja Blender for.
I think if you do that, you just have to be really mindful about what you're doing and make sure that you're chewing 100%. Because I mean, at the end of the day, if you're properly chewing, I don't think it makes a difference. But I think there's a lot of people that will mess that up royally if they don't.
So real quick, it's 9:05, but I really want to get Dark Cloud and Josh's perspective about what they feel like. Also, Jason, what you guys feel like about the holiday. Like, are you prepared for that? Are you taking any preparations for that? Have you thought about it?
So I had my surgery August of last year. Rolled into Thanksgiving thinking I know exactly how everything is going to go. It was fine. It was a struggle. But at a certain point, I feel like, I don't know, Christmas was fine. And now I'm just like, whatever. I used to obsess and be so excited about the holidays. Now now I won't have to be obsessed about the food. Now I'm just like, oh, I can go and spend time with family and stuff. But I don't know. I feel like it's not so bad. Last year was pretty rough though for Thanksgiving because I was like, okay, so I have all these foods that I can eat, and then you can only really have this bite of that and this little bite of this, and so now I just know what to prioritize. It's not even a big deal anymore. So I'm fine. I'm excited, but not, So yeah.
What about you, Josh?
I'm a little freaked out. Just trying to figure out if I'm gonna need to chop up the turkey for like Thanksgiving, just into smaller pieces, or I think I'm struggling with being slowing down. So I appreciate that, hearing that multiple times. Like, even dinner tonight, I need to slow down.
Pick up the fork, put it down. You're
Yep.
chewing. When you're ready to take the next bite, you pick the fork back. Slow
And
yourself
I'm going.
way.
I'm going to Chicago this weekend too, so there's not going to be a lot that I can like. I'll be bringing everything back to the hotel just simply for the fact that I'm sure all the portions are going to be so big.
Wow. Rab, you're on mute. Are you back on?
Hi.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah, no, I was just reacting to what Josh was saying.
So,
And I mean, since the end of February, I've actually lost 100 pounds as of this past Friday, and then since surgery, I'm only down about 10 to 15. But I mean,
that's 10 to 15 you didn't have before.
exactly. Just trust the process. Like
Sure
there was 1
is.
week, there was 1 week post op that I gained, and I was like, no, like how can I gain weight eating only 600, 700 calories a day? But just trust the process, and now I'm cleared to start working out. So I'm going to start doing that next week when I'm back home from Chicago. So
If I was going to, if I'm thinking how mine went, how my weight loss went, I lost most of my weight in the first 3 months.
Yeah.
And then I didn't really lose much of any for 3 months, but I did. And we really slowed down. So 6 months and 9 months, the period slowed down, especially after the ninth month, I would say going into the year and up till now. I mean, it's drastically slowed down. It's still happening though in pieces and like 1 pound every once in a while, you know, or I don't even care anymore, man. I'm so freaking healthy. I can't stand myself. Like I'm happy for health. I don't even care. I don't even care. But it's like you are like that though. Like after you have the surgery, it's like it's on your mind all the time. Like, what did you do? What did I done to myself? Is this really worth it? It sucks. I can't eat this, that, and the other. These restrictions suck. When is this weight gonna come off? Why is it taking so long? All these little factors that come into play with mind fuck us all the freaking time.
It's just
But
patience, trusting that process.
that's the one thing I like about this whole thing is that we have this space where we can talk, and a lot of the stories that you hear are mostly the same, especially when it comes to like after having the surgery, preparing for it. The things that you've experienced are different though, and it's good to share some of that difference to give balance that someone may be a little bit more similar to your story than someone else, I mean, and it's cool. And I like having an outlet to share that with everyone, man. It's cool as hell. It's awesome to talk to you guys.
The weight will begin to fall off when you least expect it. Like I said, I was on a stall for like 4 or 5 months. And with this last month, I really stopped weighing myself and things like that. I got into a scale finally at my gym, and I was down 15 pounds this last month. So it will get to a point where like, you just won't care no more, and it will just start falling off again out of nowhere.
Yeah. I could talk to y'all all night, man. This is an amazing live, but y'all got to get on up out of here, man.
Appreciate you guys providing for him.
Tony's like, don't talk to our brothers like that, Rab.
No, well, I'm also reading comments because Barry Brandon he just had his surgery 2 weeks ago. And Rab, everything that you've said, has gone through his mind today. So, I mean, again, like a lot of us deal with a lot of the similar things. The journey is we've all had the same surgery or similar surgeries, and we can draw comparisons. But each of our journeys is unique to its own, to us. So if there are
But the shit's there. The shit's there.
key to be able to empathize with each other. And that's the important part of the community and the important thing about having all of us together and being able to share this stuff. Having that we have so many new people up on panel and some familiar faces that have been us again. Jason, thank you for coming. Chris, thanks for coming. Biggie, thank you for always being here. I do want to extend an invite to you guys for every Monday. We have a mental health shop talk. The one thing that Rab and I have definitely discovered in the first year of our journey, and as we've been on this platform, and as Ryan has joined us, Ryan, if you're still in the comments, you can comment on this too. But we found that the mental health journey of this is just as important to the weight loss journey. We can lose all the weight we want, but the further we get out, the mental struggles become tougher because now you're fighting the demons of the food noise being back. You didn't concentrate on the discipline. You were losing so much weight. You were so hyper-focused on losing weight that the other aspects of your journey, you didn't apply the things that you should have learned. So things become tough. And, again, your hormones are all over the place. You've had 80% of your stomach cut out, and you've had your insides rerouted. We go through a lot of stuff, not just from the weight loss surgery, but, just as men in general, the expectations of being men. And I think it's important. Rav felt it was important, and so did Brian, that we have a brotherhood, that we can all connect, and we have a space, not just on this platform, but outside the platform. So every Monday we go live for a half hour, just on TikTok, just to kind of get a vibe going and have a subject to talk about. And then we go live on a private Zoom with just the guys, and we're able to talk about the subject of that week or just open up about anything that we're struggling with, or maybe we have wins that we want to talk about. So I want to invite to all of you that have joined us on the panel tonight, and anyone who is in the comments that's new. We welcome you guys to join us every Monday. We go live at 8 p.m. Eastern every Monday for a half hour on TikTok, and then we go to a private Zoom, and everything that happens in that private Zoom stays in that private Zoom. We do not share anything that happens. Basically, it's bro code. We talk about what happens in that, and sometimes we go to 10 o'clock at night, Eastern time. So we'll be in there an hour, 2 hours sometimes. And on the panel, Chris, I know you've been here. Biggie, you've been here. We'll talk about anything and everything.
Y'all should come hang out, really. Hey, and usually we post. What did we do yesterday? We posted the Zoom in the Slack group. And if you're not a member of the Slack group is cool as hell, man. We try to keep it going, keep a conversation going throughout the day. Sharing what we're going through. It's in the link in the bio. It's free. The link is there. Click if you'd like to download Slack to your smartphone or your whatever your home device might be, whatever it might be. We have, check in. We check in with each other. We hang out. We talk, and it's not like something that's going on all day. It doesn't go on every day, but it's there for that space, that place.
Yeah. And,
for someone who may be on the same, wave.
And for Rab, Ryan, and myself, yes, we pour into the community as much as we can. But again, if everyone's reaching out to just us, it's very hard for us to keep up with it. But that's the importance of, having a brotherhood. This is important about in the community, is that we all support each other. So if one of us can't answer, Biggie will be there, or Chris will be there. Same thing with Josh. It could be any of us. We can all reach out to each other and be there for each other, because we struggle too. Rab and I and Ryan, we talk a lot, but, sometimes we reach out and not all of us are available. I know that one of you guys would be, would do the same for us and reach out to us and say, hey, how are you doing? Talk, go ahead. I just want to be, sometimes we just need a set of ears to be able to get stuff off our chest. So, that's what the Barry Mill Experience is all about. And I thank you all for being here tonight, and we appreciate you coming up on an open panel. We don't get to do this often, and we really appreciate it when you guys come up and you participate. It's fun for us.
This has been like one of my favorite lives, yeah.
It's been a long time
This
since we've
is,
done
and I say that, every week. Every week, I'm like, I love this live. I love this live. This live was awesome. This was the best live, and it happens every week, man. It gets better and better, man. I love y'all guys, man, for coming to hang out with Tony and me, man.
And we
For
love
sure. Sorry, Tony. I can't help myself.
So we just want to say thank you all. Thank you for coming up. We hope to see you guys here every week with us every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, 5 p.m. Pacific. And of course, I always got
6,200 likes.
We got 23 people in here. But don't forget
That's what's up.
Besides us, our sister chat, VSG Bestie, hosts Talk Barry to Me every Sunday night. Same times as us, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, 5 p.m. Pacific. Don't forget, we are still looking for 100 men to go to the bariatric retreat. There's still time to get your tickets. It is November 7th through the 10th in San Diego, California at Paradise Point Resort. We are hosting a men's panel there that Saturday of bariatric retreat. It's going to be off the hook. We'd love for you guys to come and join us. Biggie, I know you'll be there. I'm not sure if the rest of you guys are looking to go. Have the time to get to take off.
Yeah, we're gonna go live. If you can't go for some strange reason, we'll share the festivities with you live. I'm sure Tanya will go live a couple of times.
You can get $50 off using code BME on
$50.
And that link is in the bio. And don't forget, if you need a refill on any of your bariatric vitamins, be sure to use our code BME20. And you can get that from ProCare Health. And, of course, who doesn't like a little money off of vitamins? Because that becomes very expensive over the course of our journey.
Hey, hold on a second. I got to show y'all something. Hold on. Don't go anywhere.
Trav doesn't want to end
hold
this.
On.
No, he's about to show. He's about to show that calcium chew that he had yesterday.
Man, let me show you.
I was just going to say, it's funny we were talking about Thanksgiving because last year, right before Thanksgiving is when I started my journey with my bariatric center. So I was trying to be all serious about it. So I host Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving's my holiday at my house. The in-laws come to my house for this. I usually brine my turkeys for about 3 days before I cook them. This year I'm spatchcocking 2 turkeys in that big old smoker of mine over there. And I'm having Thanksgiving at my house. What'll I do differently than I do day to day? Not a damn thing. I got my little plates, I got my little forks, I got my little things, but I can understand those who might be dealing with, going to places where they don't have those things. But
I usually eat every 2 hours, Jason. So that's what I do. I'd be eating at Thanksgiving every 2 hours. I'd be shoving turkey and mashed potatoes in my mouth.
Well, and Thanksgiving is a grazing holiday anyway, so it's completely acceptable to do that on Thanksgiving. That's the whole point. You're supposed to sit there and nibble all day, right? Until the tryptophan kicks in and you pass out watching Dallas lose to Detroit. But I digress.
Yeah. So this is the other guy's calcium chew, y'all. This is the other guy's calcium chew. Do you have ProCare's calcium chew on? Do you have one on you? Because I need to put an order in for some calcium chews. Do you have any, Tony? Because this is just ridiculous, y'all.
I don't know if I would eat that.
That's why
I have to.
Well, you got to do what you got to do. I get it, but that's gross. It's like a Starburst that got left in the glove box.
So, yeah.
ProCare won't do y'all like that.
No. And you get
put them in the freezer.
There you go.
Put them in
Yeah,
the freezer.
throw in the
I thought
freezer.
about that. I'm gonna try it.
There you go.
Yeah,
I'll try it and see what happens.
Because a lot of times
a really
they have
good idea.
The maltitol base, and maltitol tends to be pretty smooth at warmer than room temperature. So if you keep them in the fridge or put them in the freezer, they'll be a little more solid, and then they'll melt in your mouth more.
All right. Yeah. Good. I'm gonna try that. Definitely. It's unacceptable. Unacceptable behavior.
For sure.
All I appreciate you all. Thanks for coming to hang out with us, man.
Thank y'all for having us out.
Subscribe to the YouTube because we need some more subscribers. We're trying to get the word out for the men. And this live will be on the YouTube in a couple of days for sure. You all had an amazing evening. It was a pleasure speaking to each and every one of you. Tony, you're the man.
You're the man.
You're the man. Y'all, peace, love, and soul. Holla at y'all.
Good night, everyone.